Hi everybody! Let me know if everything sounds alright. I'm gonna turn the BGM just a little bit lower. Oh, I'm so glad to see everybody. I hope you're doing well. Hello Sora. Hello Tagna. I hope, let me know if everything sounds okay. I brought, just a couple of items for triggers today. It seems like my PC might be a little angrier than it was earlier, so let me just edit my filters real quick. Going into my refer. Okay, actually it sounds okay? Okay. That's good to hear. I was just nervous that you could hear my PC being mad at me. It's kind of going brrr, but thank you so much for letting me know. I just want to make sure that everything's crisp and clear. I couldn't... oh my goodness. Really? The motorcycles decided to come by now. Motorcycles is not really the time. It's not really the time for motorcycles when I'm doing ASMR. I am looking forward to when I live in a different place, hopefully being a little bit further away from the road, because it is way too close to me. Alright. Nom 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 nom. So how is everybody doing today? What are you up to? I brought a couple of trigger items with me that, you know, I've just heard in other people's streams, or I know that can be potentially good. I have a book, I have some scissors, I have this very lovely beaded necklace that has just a really nice sound to it. I have some lotion. If you have any words you want to hear, any triggers you're curious about hearing, I'll definitely consider including those. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. I'm doing my best. I did a lot of testing with the audio earlier, but it's really subjective, I guess. It it seems to change a lot depending on just the general sound of everything around, so I wanted to make sure that everything was alright. I'm really happy that I can do this stream. I had really not had the confidence to do another ASMR stream. Oh, thank you! Yeah, I had done ASMR back in the day, but it's been a long time. I actually, when I first did ASMR, I didn't know that you could have filters on your mic, so that kind of shows how far I've come since then. What's your new game? I feel like I'm the sort of person where I don't play a lot of new stuff. It sounds kind of boring, but I stick to things that are comfortable, so I have gotten into a new manga though recently. It's actually getting an anime adaptation too. It's Witch Hat Atelier, or is it Atelier? I don't know. The Neptunia series. I don't think I have heard of it. I've definitely heard a lot about JRPGs, but I don't think I've played very many or even watched playthroughs of them. So, yeah, I'm really happy that I get to do this. I know that I'm just kind of saying that, but it's always exciting to get to do something new with stream. Even though the birds and also the cars are really being very rude. So I got to go to a kid's birthday party today. I thought that it was tomorrow, and it turned out that it was today. So it was really hot outside. It was an outside birthday party, which wasn't the most pleasant. The ASMR community is a wonderful experience lately. The friendliest of community members are so supportive. I feel the same. When I had done ASMR in the past, everybody was very, very kind and patient with me, so I absolutely appreciate every ounce of support that people give. I'm very glad. So I did make sure to turn off all of my alert sounds. I really should have tested it though. I'm just so worried. I would remove my alert box, but that would be so sad. I want people to be acknowledged. I just want it to be quiet. Yeah, of course. It's wonderful how supportive, like, other ASMR artists can be. I definitely find it amazing how many tips and tutorials there are, and I really love that there's like a review for every mic on the entire earth by one ASMR artist or another. I thought it was really cute. I remember back in the day I watched a tutorial on how to use my mic for ASMR. Yeah, I do feel like there's not much community drama or anything. Everybody's very kind to each other, which I'm very glad about. I feel like some communities there can be a lot of like discontent, but I guess because everybody's just trying to chill out, they kind of keep that out of the space. It's not really the kind of place for arguing with one another, which is good. I feel like whenever anybody gets in trouble with like YouTube, everybody like is tagging YouTube like, hey, this isn't fair. Like, I think it's very sweet that there's a lot of support. Alright, so I think for the first thing to do, it's very hard to decide, but I think I'll grab this book. It's got a little like cover on it. Can you hear? One of those plastic covers. I think it sounds really cool. Very like crinkly, but it's kind of sticky and sticky noise. Yeah, it is a shame to hear how YouTube has been treating ASMR artists, especially for the ones that are just like using anime icons and their thing is like, you're using their boobs in that photo. It's just a very silly thing. Yeah, very aggressive against ear lickies. Yeah, I've definitely heard. Even people on Twitch, I've seen some level of judgment, which is a shame. It's not my personal preference, like as far as noises, but it's just preference. It doesn't mean that it's bad. How does it pick up? Does it pick up okay on the mic? It's always very experimental, I feel like. Make that a little gentler. There's something so relaxing about doing ASMR as well. And so we're gonna open it up. I love tapping too, I think it's so nice. I like tapping on plastic a lot. Hello, so good to see you, Amba. Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Are you having a nice day today? I went to a kid's birthday party. I had to go back home for some of it. When I had my slime, I really would like to get slime again, because I think it's just such a got some really wonderful noises. And it's funny, I feel like at the time there weren't that many people who were doing both audio and how to say, like, vocal and slime noises, but I've seen a lot of even VTubers who do slime-based ASMR now, which makes me happy. A lot of my favorite shops get a lot of recognition too. I really like Momo slime and Rotom slime. I'm so glad that you can tell that I give a lot of, yes, I've been trying my best. I've really missed doing ASMR. It's a very cozy, comforting thing, even for the person doing it, I think. Yeah, I think that the paper noises are very fun. I haven't done too many. At one point I did like a little bit of book reading on stream, but it wasn't ASMR focused, and I think that was a little bit of a missed opportunity. So at some point I should have to try that out again. I'm kind of tempted to try reading like a word from each page. I think that could be fun, but it's just one of my little things. I think it's fun to try different words. So let's try that out just for a moment. Bulldozer, bulldozer, bulldozer. Perfectly, perfectly. Talking, talking. Promise, promise. Yeah, I think it's very fun to just experiment and see what works, what people enjoy. I'll have to mess with some of my like settings after I'm able to check the audio of this VOD. Unfortunately, like I said, the birthday party kind of limited my ability to do more audio testing. When I started, I didn't know that you could even put any filters on, but I didn't really know a lot when I started streaming. Exactly, I think that's the wonderful part, is like anything can be a trigger word, it's just about how you say it. And that's part of why I like talking too. Coconut. Ah, that's fun. Coconut. 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 That's fun. Lots of a very good sound. I also love, I love when people do that just sound of, I don't know, it's really great. Alright, I want to try something else now. but I really loved the book. It was really nice. Yes, of course, I can definitely do some whispering. If it's alright, anybody else I'll start a little timer for that. Let me go set a timer for 1 minute. No, 2 minutes would be fine. I just want to make sure that nobody gets too uncomfortable, and let's go. So, thank you so much for the request for the whispering. I hope that this sounds okay. I wasn't able to do too much testing with my microphone as far as whispers, but I really wanted to try them out, so I actually really appreciate you asking. I hope that you have a really relaxing time here too, and I appreciate the request. It was extremely nice of you. I hope that you're able to get some really good rest when you do. I'm so glad that your eyes are getting heavy. Just let your eyes get heavy and let yourself calm. It's really important. Getting sleep and letting yourself rest your eyes. It's really, really good stuff. It can be hard to relax, so that's why we have things like this. Ah, look at you go. Sleepy. Sleepy. I'm so glad that I have people who want to stop by. And I hope that the whispering isn't too quiet. It's just very fun to try new things. And I'm very grateful. I apologize too sometimes. I get so sleepy too. And I just can't even think of what to talk about because I'm too sleepy, too sleepy. Yes, I could absolutely pull up some tappies. Let me just stop that timer. And we'll try some tappies. I have this little, I don't know if anybody else likes plastic tappies. I find them really interesting. I have this really lovely Nintendo Switch controller, and the controller just makes some really interesting tapping noises. All tappies are good. I'm hoping to get some wooden pieces. Sorry, that was a little loud. I definitely get so excited at the thought of getting some more items for ASMR. I think that it's just really fun to try different noises. Thank you so much, Dagna. Alright. I think that as far as getting closer to my mic, it might be something about as far as my mic settings. I can look into seeing what would be, oh my goodness, the motorcycles today. I don't know why every motorcycle in my entire state seems to be, oh, thank you so much for following Fuya15. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I'll look into definitely doing more whispering and seeing what would be best for settings for that. I have a pretty quiet mic, so I have to adjust some things. I mostly did my testing with soft-speaking because previously most people I knew were pretty uncomfortable with the whispering, which is a shame. I think both are really wonderful things, but I really appreciate you. Yes, the little froggy is so cute. I'm glad that everybody could stop by. So at the birthday party I went to, it was really cute. She had a Minecraft themed birthday party, which is, I feel like, pretty common for kids now. And she was so excited because her mom brought out a TNT, like, bomb cake. It was really adorable. And it had a creeper on the side of it. And she had a little sparkler on top. I didn't even know you could get sparklers for cake. And she was so happy as everybody sang happy birthday. I really had a very good time, even though it was very warm. It was definitely pretty hot. I don't think that I've really been outside all too much, I'll have to admit. So I was definitely not ready to be sitting out there in the heat. It didn't help. I had brought Minecraft party. I thought Fortnite was the game most kids like to play nowadays. Yeah, I thought the same. But I guess she really loves Minecraft. I was pretty surprised. It was really cute though. She also really loves superheroes, which I thought was adorable. Alright, so I'm going to try bringing over these beads. I find the kind of tinkling very, very nice. Of course, again, living near a crowded road when you want to do ASMR is just so sad, because I have just all these lovely noises that I feel like get drowned out. Never able to get into Minecraft? I understand. I never got very into it myself, but I didn't really try it all that much. More things to do. Yeah, it sounds so lovely. It's got this little metal piece that can just make this really lovely jiggly noise. And I thought that rolling the beads also made a pretty interesting noise. My goodness. Very rude. Very rude. Don't you know that people are trying to get comfy? You can't ride motorcycles around here. Sorry. I really... It's okay. We're all safe and comfy. The motorcyclists can't get you here. They will definitely be quieter. I guess it is summer, so a lot of people like to go biking, but it's definitely hard living near a road when you're a streamer. It's a little easier to get rid of subtle noises like that when you're not trying to capture small noises like these. I really admire streamers who have their audio set up very beautifully. Oh my goodness. Very, very rude. I just wanted to make sure that everybody could stay comfy. I really appreciate the new people in chat, and I hope that the rude motorcyclists don't scare you. Does anybody here, I was curious honestly, does anybody here like the sound of scissors? I think they're really nice. Just a very... yeah. Let me know how these sound, if they're too loud or if they have a nice sound for you. I'm very grateful for everybody stopping by. Yeah, I don't mind vehicles too much, but I understand why some people would be less relaxed hearing them. I've definitely been very into, okay, kind of scraping sound. That's a shame. Well, maybe I need to get some better scissors. But at least I tried. At least I tried. I figure that's part of this as well, as trying out different things, seeing how they work. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of people say that they like hair cutting. I feel like it's a pretty common thing to enjoy. I think the first time... Oh, you're fine. Don't you worry, Amba. You're fine. I understand, though there are some triggers that I don't like as much, despite them being what other people like. I definitely want to eventually get a 3DO because I love the, ear cupping sounds. I think they're so cozy. Those darn. So sorry. I try to just at least cut off the end of the motorcycle. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. Burr, 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 burr. I'm very glad that you're able to relax. I think that's the really nice part of any ASMR stream, is being able to just not worry. I actually thought it was really interesting because I really liked the sound of lotion more than I thought. I was surprised that I liked it. I can only imagine that the setup for the 3DO is so hard. I even find the concept of XLR mics intimidating. And then you're talking about basically the most complicated XLR. Alright. I just thought it was so relaxing. Another ASMR artist I knew put on some lotion and it sounded so soothing. It's a little bit of a more wet noise, but it's very, there's so many chords. I definitely am not surprised. That makes a lot of sense. I know somebody else that I watched had 4 separate microphones for ASMR, which I just thought was so impressive. Really in-depth setup. It turns out that my hands were actually really dry, so it's very good that I put some lotion on. I don't know how much it picks up, but I think that everything can be interesting to try at least once. It smells like roses. It's very relaxing. Yeah, I might not have a sensitive enough microphone for some things, but I figure that I can work on adjusting that. Yeah, I actually had a Blue Yeti at one point. I am very sad I had to give it away, but hopefully I could get another one at some point. I really loved using it. I do think that my current microphone could be pretty good for ASMR, but it's hard with my setup. A big thing is that my computer is just very, very loud. It's very angry. So I have to get rid of some noise, but be able to keep all of these very subtle, quiet noises. So it can be pretty difficult for the mic. But I imagine as I get used to using different filters, it'll be easier. Yeah, and it is a nice mic. So I'm sure it'll be able to adjust. I'm so glad that you're comfy. I'm very comfy too. I think that's really the best part. I've always loved getting to chat with viewers too. A lot of times it's very distracting playing a game. It gives you something to talk about, but at the same time you can't give full attention. So I think it's nice to just be able to focus on the one thing, the one chatting with viewers. Have any of you read any Dungeon Meshi? Thank you so much. I'm glad that you can enjoy the mic. Yeah, those motorcycles are very rude. We are working on moving, so at least I hopefully will go somewhere where either my room can be further from the road, or maybe there just won't be such a busy road when I get moved. It sounds very nice. This home is really beautiful. It's very big and very cozy, but it's too big. Actually, it's too big because there's only 3 of us right now. I live with my parents at the moment. So we don't really need such a big home. It has, let me see, I guess it has about 6 bedrooms, which we just don't need. And my dad said that he really wants to spend his retirement at a more relaxed location. Reading documentations, I think that those kind of things are really lovely. I like to read, I like to watch like documentaries. I think it's nice. It is a lot of bedrooms. It's kind of an unusual amount, I think. I don't know too many people who have a house half as big as ours. It's actually over 100 years old too. It's a very old house. So it's very interesting, but while it's been owned by family for most of the time since it's been built, I don't think that we can personally keep it within the family. We tried seeing if my cousin would want to move in here, but... Oh, you've been watching some of Dungeon Meshi? It is a really nice animation. I watched the anime as well. I thought that they did a really good job, too. once I'd finished the manga, I thought that they'd done a really impressive job adapting it. And they did take into account kind of just keeping that feeling of being very relaxed. I thought it was very nice. Ah, yes. I love the anime. I think that there are a lot of very good series right now. A lot of them are very cozy too. I really like Free Run, which is about after a demon lord has been defeated and all of the demons are gone, how the main character handles continuing to live because she's an elf and she lives a very long time. I kind of sound like her. Thank you. I'm actually very happy to hear that. She has a really lovely and just very sweet voice. Bread. Bread is like, it's just such a wonderful food. I really like bread and I like rice, I feel, and I like pasta. I'm out here just loving carbs. I think that they're just so tasty. So yummy. Yeah, I also really love chocolate. Chocolate is always, I just feel like you can't go wrong. But yesterday I had a harder time finding something that I wanted to eat, so near the end of the day I made myself a smoothie with blueberries, mango, strawberry, yogurt, and almond milk, and it was really delicious. I'm not vegan or vegetarian, but I don't eat much meat, so I do tend to kind of stray away from it, and I don't really like the flavor of milk, so I tend to go for almond milk instead. It's just a lot more gentle. My family likes to joke that it's my almond juice because it isn't actually milk, which I think is just very silly. Yeah, I'm thankfully not playing as much gacha, or well, really any nowadays. I had played a lot of gacha, but I felt that for me, I was not very responsible about it. It's too easy to get excited. Pizza. Pizza is really yummy. I really like the bruschetta. What is it called? I'm sitting here wondering what it's called. Oh my goodness, these motorcycles, never ending. But there's a bruschetta pizza that you can put in your oven and it rises, and it's so pretty tasty, that is. Well, it's kind of complicated, but I got like very stressed out playing gacha, so unfortunately, never played a gacha. You are winning. You're winning. It's very, I think that for a lot of people it's fine if you're free to play, but I feel like if you're investing a lot, it's just better to invest money at other places if you're able. Just make clicking over the motorcycle and hope that it can make it less annoying. Trying not to spend this month, I think that's a really great idea. I think that if you limit your spending on gacha to maybe $10 or something a month, it's not a big deal because it's similar. It's kind of similar to just getting a subscription to something, but it does add up too. You have to think about how much it turns into by the end. So I really appreciate, I like the horse game I play, Star Stable. I like that Star Stable is just pay once. They do have a monthly membership, but you don't really have to worry about that. Developers of the game must love you. Yeah, I had a game that I feel like I just got I got so reckless about spending on it when I was a lot younger. I lived away from my parents, but they were still giving a lot of financial support, and I was like, wow, I really got very, I had to get all of the outfits, you know, because it was a dress-up game, and I just wanted to get all the cute clothes. But looking back, I'm like, I could have gotten real-life clothes. And that's okay, Sora, you don't have to, disclose any of that. Just relax. It's a good comfy time. I feel like sometimes I'm a little awkward, but hopefully that's part of my charm. I just had to have them. Exactly, I was just too excited. But yeah, I definitely, nowadays I feel I just started wearing Lolita fashion in real life, and I'm really happy about it. Oh, my community challenge is 25% complete. I'm really surprised. Thank you so much. Thank you for wanting a community movie night. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much, Dakna. Thank you so much, Sora. Oh, group hydrate. Everybody try to drink water if you have some, okay? I'm just gonna have a little sip. Sorry if it was a little loud. I feel like most people don't really mind. I think it can be an ASMR thing in and of itself, but I normally get very shy about it, so I think it's kind of funny. It's like, I can't hide. Yeah, I would love to hear about the game series. You're always welcome to talk about your interests here. I love series that have unique personalities for the characters. I feel like that's part of what I liked so much about Dungeon Meshi. I really feel like Marcel is so relatable. Because I'm a bit of a picky eater, so I really understand. I think that I'd have a hard time eating monsters too. One moment, let me see. I'm just thinking, does anybody here like crunchy noises, or would that be... Give me one moment, okay? I just gotta clear my throat. Okay, there we go. Much better, much better. yeah, I'd love to hear about, like, from the perspective of somebody who's played. But yeah, I think I just like elves, though. I tend to really find elven characters very charming because I think there's something just kind of that you can relate about with their long lifespan, and I think for me it's because when I was younger, I was told that I was very mature, and kind of ironically, as I got older, I felt like sometimes I lagged behind my peers, but that's just, I think, part of life. Oftentimes, people just grow at a different speed, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I've been really excited. Oh, I am not sure how much closer I can get. I could definitely try. I did some... I'm already actually quite close to my mic, so let me see what I can do. Let me know if it sounds okay, okay? Because this is about as close to my mic as I can get. It seems like it's doing some peaking, so let me just go ahead and I'm going to put the volume down just a little bit. Please tell me if this is okay. Hopefully this is close enough, as I am actually on the filter. I find it pretty silly. I had to use, it sounds really good. Thank you so much. I'm really glad. The premise of the games is that the main characters are goddesses. Oh, I love that. I really liked Greek mythology. I thought that it was really interesting. In general, I feel that I really like the, just hearing about different theologies and beliefs. Okay, so I'm going to go back to soft speaking for now, just to give my throat some time to relax, because unfortunately I'm not very used to this just yet, but I really appreciate the interest and I'm glad that it sounded okay. I feel like I'm almost not. As I go even closer, there might be things I could do to make it sound closer, like adjusting certain settings, but I'll have to look into that, and we could maybe do a whispering only stream someday. I'd really like to do that. I had always wondered if there would be people who would be interested. Thank you so much, Dagna. You're so kind. It's just about, trying to learn as you go. I've already done some ASMR, so I'm not completely unaware, but I'm definitely still fairly new to it. So I really appreciate everybody being patient as I try to figure things out. I had actually, a big part of why I'd stopped, which is kind of silly, is I didn't want to figure out sorry, I didn't want to figure out how to do ASMR with filters. It's just something that I feel is so silly, but I had to kind of get over my fear of trying different and new things. As you can guess, up close whispering is my favorite ASMR trigger. I understand. I said understand. I actually meant to say, yes, I would be able to guess. But honestly, I think it's very fun when people are very upfront with what triggers they have and what they want to hear. It makes me really happy. Ah, your arm is almost healed. That's really good to hear. I'm so glad. I was very worried when you talked about it last. It seemed like a very difficult recovery process. Ah, and I meant to say as well, I've been very excited. One of the newer designs that I had actually, so I had put in a sort of, trying to figure out how to explain it. I'd put down, sorry, I'm just laughing at myself as I try to figure out how to explain. I started making payments gradually on a model design and various other things. I'd say maybe 7 or 8 months ago. When wounds are healing and they're itchy, that's just the worst. It is so not fun. So mean. So mean. Yeah, so I put down this payment, and I've gradually been making other payments too, because it was a commitment I made. My financial situation, some people know, is a little bit complicated, but I definitely want to go through with prior commitments to artists, and I have been able to see a work in progress of the reference sheet. It looks absolutely beautiful. The artist has been nothing but the kindest, sweetest person. Alright. Alright, let me see. I'm just wondering, I think we'll do some page turning. Put those beads away. So hyped for the reveal. Yeah, I shared in the Discord, but the overall finish hasn't, the product isn't yet completed, of course. I'm really happy to work with artists who I have good experiences with, and I feel like as far as artists go, I've had nothing but wonderful experiences with Omega, who's also working on some new sub-badges for me, just for expanding a portfolio, which I thought was extremely kind. Previews I got were so lovely and cute. I was very happy. I'm really just very glad to be beginning to figure out what I want to do with my content as a streamer, and find kind of the people who enjoy the sort of person I am. It's always very interesting as well. I think most people probably don't know, because I didn't actually either. But you always get told, you know, when you're sick and your throat hurts, to not whisper too much because it can put a strain on your throat. And so I found out the first time I did ASMR that it's actually very hard to be quiet. And perhaps a part of that is that I'm just a very loud and excitable person. So a little bit is that I love to talk and I love to be loud. But a part of it is also just that your vocal cords have to be somewhat strengthy, somewhat strong to be able to continuously whisper or speak softly. So it is actually somewhat of a skill, which I think is very interesting. Most people put different personality on to get more views. Do you mean as far as roleplay? Or just as far as overall in streaming? I think it's pretty normal to go. I think it would be very hard to show your full self while streaming because it also gives a level of vulnerability, but I think that generally I try to be pretty honest with people on stream. The main thing that I probably wouldn't show is I don't want to be too vulnerable on stream to cause trouble or worry people. It's always something I want to avoid. I want people to be able to come to my stream and just relax. I think it's also definitely part of just being a person that we show different sides of ourselves to different people. I do understand putting on a different personality, and I think that everybody sees a different us. But there's no shame in showing a different you. Oh, Cinemax, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, the motorcycles heard that you were coming. Please. No. The motorcycles have been just crazy today. I don't know why they're so mean to me. They're never ending. Yeah, it was actually like 6 different motorcycles in a row. I am also wondering, I had seen a post saying that as a lurker, they prefer that people don't read following notifications. I do wonder if that's true. It's a sound alert. That would be like the worst sound alert ever for an ASMR stream. Can you imagine, like every time somebody follows, you hear motorcycle noises? Oh, thank you so much to contributing to the movie night. I'm just me, even when streaming. Why act like a different person? For me, I feel like, oh my goodness, never-ending motorcycles. I don't really change who I am, but when I stream, I want to show the best sides of me. So I try to project sort of the person I want to be, the person that I'm proud of, and I think a lot of people do that. They want to share the best of themselves. I think it takes a lot of bravery to do otherwise, to be 110% you. Thank you so much, Maxie. Okay, positive self-talk. I am a very brave person who has done a lot of very hard things. I'm working very hard to do things that are hard, and I'm taking good care of myself. Also, I'm just very cool. I'm sorry, I have... Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet to me. I really am very lucky to have extremely kind viewers and friends. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much, Amba. You are so sweet. It has really been a wonderful treat to have you here. I'm very grateful. Sorry, I was just checking. One of my friends sent me a message. Unfortunately, I can't really reply. I feel so bad not being able to, but that's always the struggle of streaming. Definitely doesn't give a lot of leeway for hands-free situations, but if my friend's able to stop by, I'll definitely be able to tell him I'm sorry. Oh, thank you so much for the stretch. Let me just keep my book down here. I definitely needed that. Thank you so much. I have such kind viewers, it really means a lot. I try to keep redeems like hydrating and stretching pretty low in cost because I figure it incentivizes people to redeem them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drinky stinky. Oh, drinky shrinky. Well, you know what? I can be stinky if I want to be. I don't want to be. I've been taking so many showers this summer you would not believe. Okay, time to get a drink. Don't worry, you're fine, Maxie. Drinky, 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 drinky. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is very important. I tend to neglect it when I do ASMR streams too, which isn't good, but it's just a habit. Yeah, it has been so hot, and I am being the world's bravest little guy because right now I actually have my AC and my fan off. I think that is a sacrifice, but I have to do similar when I do ASMR in the winter, but that's comfier because you can just bundle up, you can get all your blankies, in your comfiest socks, in your fluffiest pants. It's unfortunate that I do have seasonal depression, so winter does make my mental health harder to handle because, oh my gosh, I love being cold. I like to be chilly so that I can bundle up and get real comfy. I really like... Thank you, I'm glad that my sacrifice is appreciated. While streaming, I can't even use my computer, it's so hot in my room. I've been outside all day. Yes, it has been so hot recently. Cold weather better than hot weather. See, I have people who really get me here. I had a friend recently say that below 71 degrees Fahrenheit is cold. I can't agree. I'm so sorry. I'm just a little baby who gets fried up. I get fried up when it gets too hot. I just become tempura. I get hot. I would say actually 71 degrees Fahrenheit is about the temperature that I get hot at. It's not incredibly high, but you have to consider that In my area, sometimes it gets as cold as -20 degrees or lower during the winter, and I wouldn't say that I enjoy it, but it is definitely not as bad as if it's really hot in the summer. I feel like if it's 80 degrees, I'm burning. Fried Dozy is not a good thing, I have to agree. Little white baby moment. Sorry, I had to cover my mouth so that I didn't laugh. I miss winter. I'll take the exhausting work of shoveling snow out of the driveway and off of the sidewalk over the summer. I have to agree, though, to be fair, my dad does most of that work, so I'm able to just be all cozy inside and eat all the yummy foods like cookies and soup and drink hot cocoa, and that is much preferred. I don't like when it gets to be too hot inside. I think it's very hard to eat, but I think that's just my personal preference. It's also completely different if you live in a hot area. You're not going to be dealing with the cold in the way that I am. So it's definitely easier to just adjust to the temperature that is normal for you. I feel like this is the silliest conversation to be having, but I also feel like everybody can relate to weather. It's why it's such a common small talk topic. It's just been really nice to do this kind of stream again. I haven't done an ASMR stream in so long. Sora was here for probably one of the last ones. I'm going to pick up my book again now that I'm done stretching and doing my hydrating. I apologize if that noise was a bit too loud. It was just me putting the controller down. I actually have with me right now, I have the Hitchhiker's Guide. I think that it seems like a really interesting book, and my dad really likes it, but I haven't actually gotten over to reading it just yet, so instead I guess I am using it for ASMR. I used to be in your situation when it comes to housing. Yes, definitely. Oh my gosh, right by a lake. That sounds so wonderful. I really love the lake. I was thinking today how much I wanted to go swimming. I think that swimming is just one of the most relaxing things ever, but here's the truth, okay? You can't tell anyone. You can't tell anyone. No, not the motorcycles again. Okay, so here's the truth. The secret is that even though I really love water and I love swimming, I can only doggy paddle. I only know how to doggy paddle, and I'm not even very good at doggy paddling, so I only like to go swimming. I only like to go swimming when it's more shallow than me, but I am only 5'1", so usually wanting a pool that's shallow enough that my head isn't underwater actually means that I want something that is basically made for kids. Yeah, gotta be the lazy rivers. Well, the thing is actually, once I was in a lazy river and I got so scared. I'm sorry for laughing. I'm just thinking of me going in the lazy river for the first time and being so scared. So I definitely, I'll often just wade in the water and kind of like kick around and just sort of kick my feet, and I don't really do very much actual swimming when I'm in the water. That darn motorcycle is so rude. What are they having, like a motorcycle party? Are they all meeting up? I had something stressful happen? I'm so sorry to hear that. Ah, accidentally said your real name. I feel like I've done that a lot on stream. Have you wanted to learn to swim properly? I have. I actually, I was thinking about getting like swimming lessons because it's not too late. It seems like there's no cars, just motorcycles. See, the thing was, I set my mic setup, I was able to set it up to filter out the cars, but I was not anticipating to have like 12,000 billion motorcycles come. So they're very rude to me. Ocean and river water tastes good. Oh no, I don't think that you probably I don't think that you should be tasting it. It's probably bad. To be fair, well, for one, there are probably things in the water you shouldn't drink. But also, to be fair to you, I get like I feel like part of why I didn't learn to swim properly is because I don't like getting water on my face. Even like in a shower, I have to, if I wash my face in the shower, I have to have a towel nearby so I can wipe my face off because I'm like, I don't want to have water on my face. Oh my gosh, yes, that's so true. I've seen a lot of the very cool vintage cars recently. I wish, so I'm going to be learning to go driving soon. I actually know a good bit about how to drive, but I'm going to be trying for my license, and I realized that even if I take the driver's test and I fail, I can just try again. There's no like rule that you can only do it once. I don't know why I kind of had it in my mind that I needed to like ace it in one go. So I'm going to give it my best shot, and as I've seen all of these cool older cars, I'm like, I wish that I could have a car that looks like that. But my favorite car to drive so far was actually a Jeep. It felt really nice. It's unlimited tries. Yes, I'm fairly sure it is. Though it's not as though that many people are doing unlimited tries for their driver's test, thankfully. You passed your second time? That's wonderful. It's really good. It's really good. I think I'm just intimidated by backing up. That's kind of the main thing that they have you tested on, but they don't actually do parallel parking in the tests now either, so I think I'm extra intimidated, because it's like, oh, I don't actually know what they want. Oh my goodness, I'm getting sleepy. going to see, I really doubt, but I'm going to see potentially about writing to somebody else. I hate having to end stream so early, but I am getting a tad tired, and I'm not quite used to doing such an intensive sort of thing. But oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I thought that I had my muter. I thought I had it muted, but it wasn't muted. I think that every motorcycle in the whole world just went past my house. Yeah, I think that I'll just do a lot of practice with my family. I've done a lot already. I almost got hit by another car once, which was very scary, but I managed to avoid it, which was great. You passed the third time. Not everyone gets it in their first try. That helps a lot. Thank you so much. Back then I didn't like to reverse as well. I feel like that's pretty normal. Yeah, I'm 25 and I feel like it was just that I have, like, when I was younger, I felt very, like, against learning to drive because it was what other people wanted. And then I realized that nobody is going to make me do this, but that I would really benefit from doing it. And so it'll give me a lot of freedom. Oh, thank you so much. I think that now I'm going to tie up stream. There isn't anyone particular that I know doing ASMR, so you feel free to search out somebody else to go watch, or just go ahead, get yourself a little nap, or whatever is good for you. And I'm so grateful to everybody who stopped by. I hope that you have a wonderful time, and I really hope that I can see you again soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye, everybody. I will see you next week, okay? I have a schedule ready, so just make sure to drop by. I have a Discord as well, if that's your sort of thing, and I really look forward to seeing you again soon.